TikTok is one of the fastest growing social networks on the planet, with well over 1.5 billion active users. And to start generating cash from those users, TikTok Shop was recently launched, which is something that has become a game changer and is essential to understand if you're an Amazon FBA seller. Now, some Amazon sellers worry that the rise of TikTok Shop is going to be a threat to their sales, but the reality is that TikTok Shop is the biggest opportunity that us Amazon FBA sellers have had in years. And some Amazon brands have even reported that using TikTok Shop has allowed them to increase their sales by well over 2,000%. How sweet is that?
Holy smokes.
So in this video, I'm going to show you why TikTok Shop is something that as Amazon sellers, we can't afford to ignore, along with two very different strategies that you can use if you want to drive some mad sales directly to your Amazon store. And you're also going to see how it's possible to connect TikTok Shop and your Amazon FBA accounts together. And if you do that, you can make sure that Amazon fulfills any orders that you make from your TikTok Shop. That is right, you can use TikTok Shop as your selling platform and Amazon as your fulfillment partner. Boom! And just in case you've got a little voice in your head that's saying, I saw in the news that the US might ban TikTok. Well, first of all, in my view, that ain't gonna happen. But a bit later, I'll tell you why, even if it does happen, which it won't, it doesn't really matter. And TikTok Shop should still be part of your Amazon playbook. But first, let's just run through what the heck is the hype about TikTok Shop. So just in case you've somehow managed to avoid everyone banging on about how great TikTok Shop is, let me explain very quickly what exactly it is. Well, we already know that TikTok is a viral platform for short form videos, but what TikTok Shop does is it seamlessly integrates the ability for any viewer to directly buy a product that is being promoted in one of these TikTok clips. And they can do that without even having to leave the app. Now, that means that somebody could see your product in a video or an ad on TikTok, click a button, buy that product right then and there, and then return right back to their spicy memes with basically no friction. And as we all know from Amazon, the easier it is for someone to buy something, the more likely they are to actually go ahead and do it. Now, TikTok themselves are making a freaking fortune from this, around $4 to $7 million a day in commissions alone. So you can imagine, can't you, the amount of sales that are going through this platform every single minute.
Crikey.
Now, the real benefit of using something like TikTok Shop is that it allows you to leverage TikTok's ability to connect brands and content creators with highly engaged people that are willing and able to buy. And this is one of the biggest advantages that TikTok Shop offers over any other platform. The fact that you can connect with creators that already have a huge engaged audience that surrounds the product or topics that you think your ideal customer is going to be interested in. So what happens is when people go on TikTok, they flick through and they see their favorite creator promoting something that is being sold by your business. And that gives them a very different feeling than just seeing an advert from you promoting your product, which makes them feel like they're being sold to and therefore makes the purchase not quite as appealing. Because the number of users on TikTok is growing crazily high as every single month passes, by properly understanding how TikTok Shop works and how to create super interesting and entertaining content for your target audience, you can basically get yourself in front of literally millions of people without spending a freaking penny on ads. Now, I want to show you two strategies for how to tap into TikTok Shop so that you can skyrocket your Amazon sales. Now, TikTok Shop, it ain't perfect. In fact, it has got a little bit of a weak spot, and that is that people don't fully trust it. And whilst that's bad news for people that just sell exclusively on TikTok, it's really good news for people that don't, like us Amazon sellers. So far, nothing actually points to TikTok Shop itself being unsafe to use when it comes to personal details and card information. But with that said, not everyone is comfortable with still putting their information directly into the TikTok app. app. So for a lot of people, TikTok is where they'll go to discover new brands and new products. But if they want to make a purchase, they'll head to somewhere else. And what is happening is people are seeing viral content on TikTok, and then they're heading over to our favorite retailer, Amazon, in order to buy the product itself. And that is exactly how Robert Oliver is able to drive 20,000 Amazon searches a month to his genius and his top shelf brands on Amazon. And well, if you want to learn more about his strategies and his background, check out this video here from Alex, where he'll tell you more about it. But finish this one first. Taking this approach is not only going to bring you new sales on Amazon's platform, but the external traffic and the branded search terms, well, those are going to send a nice positive signal to Jeffy's algorithm, and it's going to give your listing a nice organic boost. So that's one approach. Use TikTok Shop as a marketing and discovery platform, and then connect with the best content creators, which I'll talk about in just a moment, to pump out viral videos for you and then push that traffic directly over to Amazon. But here is another way to tap TikTok Shop, and this one, it's a game changer. A lot of Amazon FBA sellers fear that competitors on TikTok Shop are going to cut into and steal their sales. But the problem with thinking like this is that you're forgetting the real goal. Your goal is to make money and grow your business by selling products on various platforms. And Amazon is just one platform for doing this. Now, this is something that we talk about a lot on the Honest FBA channel and within our community. Amazon, it isn't the only platform out there that you can achieve success with. Now, we are all active Amazon sellers and we freaking love it. It's been really good to us. But what we understand and what we really try to make clear in all of our teachings is that what really matters is your brand and its visibility. So start thinking about the brand and not just the platform. Oh, and if you want to learn more about the Honest FBA community, make sure you check the description below for more information on how we're helping hundreds of people build and scale brands on Amazon and other platforms. The point is, though, that if you're an Amazon FBA seller, then you need to view TikTok Shop as another platform that is going to allow you to boost your brand and your profits. And best of all, it's not actually that much extra work to launch on TikTok Shop. Those guys even offer the option where they can fulfill your orders for you. And you know what it's called? Fulfillment by TikTok, or TikTok FBT. Doesn't sound great, does it? But what does sound great is Amazon FBA. Now, you have the option to have any sales made on TikTok Shop automatically be fulfilled by Amazon. And I'm going to explain exactly how to set that up in just a moment. Now, I'm not going to walk you through every single minute detail of how to set this up. If that is something that you want me to do in future, let me know in the comments and I'll put it together. But for the purposes of this video, it's not really needed. What I'm going to do is give you an overview of what you need to do and the general steps of how you need to do it if you basically want to get your Amazon Seller Central account connected to your TikTok Shop. So first of all, you're going to need a TikTok and a TikTok Seller Central account. And both of those bad boys are completely free. Now, if you've already got a TikTok account, my advice is start a brand new one that has the name of your brand. So basically go to tiktok.com, follow the steps and create an account that is specifically for your brand. Now, once you've got your TikTok account set up, you can then go ahead and register with TikTok Seller Central. But before you go ahead and do that, there's a couple of things that you need to be aware of. First of all, you need to correctly select your business type. Don't get this one wrong, otherwise you will fail verification. So you either select sole proprietor, or if you're a business, like most people will be, it will be LLC or corporation if you're in the US, or limited company or private company if you're in the UK. You'll then be asked to submit your business's information, and that can vary depending on the marketplace that you're selling in. But if you're in the US, it's going to be things like your social security number or your EIN. In order to have your seller account and your shop associated directly with your brand, you're going to need to hook it up to your TikTok brand account that you made just a few moments ago. And once you've done that, you'll need to submit your trademark trademark registration or your certificate if you've got it, and that basically proves to TikTok that you are the brand owner. Once you're approved, then it will basically take a couple of days to verify your information, and once that goes through, you just need to add your tax information, your bank account details, and a few other minor things, all stuff that you should basically already have if you are an established Amazon FBA seller at the moment. After that's all gone through, you're going to be able to log into TikTok Seller Central, where you'll then basically need to start adding your products to your store. And that's done in a very similar way to how you'd go about doing it on Amazon. If you've already got a Shopify store with all of your listings on it, then really helpfully, you can just hook it up directly to TikTok Shop. So to do that, you just go to the app and services menu, search for Shopify, install it, and your listings are going to be automatically pulled. But if you don't have a Shopify store, then you're either going to have to copy your listings over manually or use a third-party app or even a VA to pull your Amazon listings and put them directly into your TikTok store. Now, if you want to do it manually, it's super easy to do. You just go into the product section and then follow the steps on the screen. But just make sure that when you are asked for it, you use the same SKU and UPC or EAN codes that you did when you made your listing on Amazon. That is going to be an essential step to follow if you're wanting Amazon to send out your shipments for you. Next, you're going to need to tell TikTok Shop that you don't want your products to be shipped with TikTok fulfillment or by TikTok's own carriers. Otherwise, what happens, and I learned this the hard way, is that the address details that you're going to be sent whenever someone makes an order are going to be completely blurred out, and you're not going to be able to use Amazon to fulfill the order. So to change your settings, go to Orders, Shipping Settings, and then make sure that Shipped by Seller is the default option. Now, to fully set this part up, you're also going to need to tell TikTok what amount you want to charge your customers for shipping. So to do that, click Manage Shipping Fee Template. Of course, if you want to keep that conversion sky high, then you can choose to have free shipping and just bake that into your overall price point instead. And then finally, if you want Amazon to automatically fulfill any orders that you get, you're going to need to go back to the Apps and Services menu and then just type Amazon into the search bar. That's going to bring up a load of options, and two of our recommendations are After Ship Feed for Amazon or Amazon Multi-Channel Fulfillment by WebBee. Now, both of these apps, they do come with a monthly fee, which is completely worth it if you are getting a couple of sales a day at the very least. But if you're just starting off small, then what you can do is just manually create a fulfillment order every time you get one by logging into your Amazon account and then going into Orders and create Multi-Channel Fulfillment Order from the menu. Simples. Okay, so we've covered why you want to get involved with TikTok Shop, how to set up your account, and how to get Amazon to fulfill your orders for you. But how do you actually make sales? How do you find influencers that are going to promote your product for you? Well, surprisingly, like with many things on TikTok Seller Central, unlike Amazon, it's actually pretty easy. Now, of course, it's possible to simply just browse TikTok and then message any creator that you like the look of manually. Or what you can do is the easier method and use TikTok's affiliate portal to basically match you with your dream influencer. So to get started, click affiliate right here in the menu and then start searching for different creators within the Discover Creator tab. You can also ask influencers to apply to promote your brand and its product by using the open collaboration feature. Or if someone really tickles your fancy that you found in the Discover tab, you can reach out to them directly using target collaboration. Now, typically creators outside of this portal, they would get a flat retainer fee as well as a percentage of your sales. But if you use TikTok's affiliate center, you only actually have to pay a set commission per sale, and that can be as little as 5%. Although in our experience, the recommended amount to go for if you actually want to attract the best influencers is going to be 10 to 20%. So don't be a tight arse and just make sure that you give enough of an incentive so that lots of people really want to work for you and really want to create the best content going. Now, one really juicy little tip from me is that you shouldn't just go for the big dog influencers that all have millions of followers. And that's because those guys are going to be getting inundated with requests and they're just going to want a big payment in return. Plus, they might not even be a good fit for you and your brand. So instead, take your time, look through each of the influencers' profiles using the Discover tab, check how engaged their audience is, and then make a decision based on that, their personality, and whether you think their followers are likely to want to buy your product or not. So don't get sucked in to those big follow accounts. Think about your ideal customers, think about how they talk and who they look up to, and then find affiliates who will connect with that audience. And whether you're working with experienced influencers, absolute beginners, or you're just doing it on your own, always keep this in mind with short form content, that fingers swipe very, very fast on TikTok. So with the help of your content creator, make sure that you come up with a great hook that pulls people in, and then make sure that with the rest of your content, you entertain and you educate all about your product in a way that just doesn't make someone feel like they're being sold to. So show your target audience exactly why they should care about your product and how it's going to make them feel. And if you can do that, they're basically going to be freaking throwing their money at you.
Shut up and take my money.
Now, as for that worry that the US might just go ahead and ban TikTok and it'll disappear forever, well, first of all, that is only going to happen if the government approves the ban at the next stage, which is at the Senate level. And if that then happens, if nobody comes forward and offers to buy TikTok's US operations. In my view, that is very unlikely to happen. And you never know, that purchaser that comes forward, that could actually be Amazon. But in a doomsday scenario, let's just say everything does get banned, TikTok ceases to exist in the Western world. Well, the skills that you're going to learn from experimenting with TikTok Shop now, they are well worth learning. Knowing how to work with influencers, learning the keys for creating viral content, and all that jazz, all of that is going to transfer over to the sales and marketing on any other sales platform. So go and set up your TikTok Shop right now and start looking for some sick influencers that can help you take your brand all the way to the next level. See you later.